I share a thought with you? I don't know if you've ever thought about this, but if you're planning any kind of move to another country, especially now, there are 4 things that you absolutely need. And no, I'm not talking about a passport or visa or money or suitcases. I'm talking about something that most people learn too late, but every immigrant needs for survival. This is your first time here, I'm Angie Marie, and on this channel, I share life lessons discovered through travel, culture, migration, every week. So guys, don't miss the videos. Go ahead and hit subscribe if you have not yet done so, and the notification bell so you're always alerted each time I post new content. In this video, I'm sharing 4 things that every immigrant, expat, international student, or anyone starting life in a foreign country needs if they truly intend to build a life abroad and eventually thrive far away from home. As a matter of fact, I honestly believe that if I had not learned the 4th one, I could have lost my mind by now, even if I had all the other 3 intact. I invite you to stay with me to the end, because I did save the most important one, in my opinion, for the last. Welcome back. If this is your first time here, I'm so happy you joined me. And if you are a return subscriber, thank you so much for your support. You are the best part of this channel. Now let me ask you something. Which one are you? Are you an international student? Did a family member petition for you to join them overseas? Did you visit another country, fall in love with it, and decide you wanted to stay? Did you relocate for work, for love, for safety, or simply because you wanted a fresh start? Or maybe you're still dreaming about making that move one day. Wherever you find yourself, I hope you'll see a little of your own journey in mind, because these 4 lessons have completely changed the way I think about navigating life far from home. It actually took me years of living abroad to finally understand this. And of course, it took me many years of persuasion by my mom and my siblings and other people trying to get me to relocate from Jamaica to the US. It took them years before I finally decided, okay, I will do it. But you know what? When I decided to make the move, I did it in response to family and personal pressures without really stopping to think about what I would actually need to survive. Now that I've learned and I understand, I'm now able to share it with others. I'm so grateful I figured this out before it was too late. Especially now with the changing landscape we're seeing with so many countries around the world, I believe this conversation is more important than ever. After living abroad for more than 15 years, writing my book, helping immigrants from several countries, and reflecting on my own journey, I've come to believe you need 4 things to survive and eventually thrive while living overseas. 4 survival tools. Miss just one and the journey becomes much harder. And to be honest with you, this applies even if you're living in your own country. Here are the 4 things I believe every one of us needs to survive, especially in the current environment. First of all, number 1, we need a proper understanding of the landscape. And what do I mean by the landscape? Are we talking about the physical land? No. Have you ever stopped to think about this? What would it be like to move to a country where you knew absolutely nothing? Not the language, not the culture, not the food, not the laws, not the work environment, not even how people think. Imagine being dropped into the middle of a forest without a map, a compass, or not even knowing which direction leads out. That's what moving abroad can feel like if we don't first take the time to understand the landscape. The more I think about it, the more convinced I become that understanding the landscape isn't optional. It's one of the greatest survival tools we can have. Before you can win in any country, you must first understand that country. How does it work economically, politically, socially? What opportunities exist? And what challenges are there that people don't usually talk about? You see, every nation has its own rhythm. Trying to succeed without understanding that rhythm is like trying to dance to music you can't hear. The more you understand the landscape, the fewer surprises life throws at you. For example, many of us who have worked in offices listeners in parts of the Caribbean and Africa are not accustomed to punching a time clock when we arrive at work or when we leave. Rather, we show up perhaps from 8:30 in the morning until 4:30 in the afternoon, do our jobs, take lunch at some point, interact with our colleagues, and go home. But friends, in many North American workplaces, however, time, attendance, and productivity are often measured differently. Neither system is necessarily better or worse. They are simply different. So understanding those differences before you arrive can save you a great deal of frustration and help you adapt much more quickly. Understanding the landscape also means paying attention to the attitude toward foreigners. Every country has seasons. Some seasons feel more welcoming, while others become more focused on protecting local jobs, resources, or national interests. That's not something to fear though, but it is something to understand. Listen, if you ignore the landscape won't ignore you. When you understand how things work, what things are like, you reduce unnecessary friction, you avoid many disappointments, and make wiser decisions about where to live, where to work, study, or even whether a particular country is the right fit for you at that stage of your life. Secondly, number 2, we need a GPS. GPS means Global Positioning System. And every time I think about this one, it puts a smile on my face because I keep wondering, what was life like without a GPS? How did people really move around and get from place to place without this device, without this system? How did people find their way without a GPS? I honestly don't know how they did it. Imagine driving into a city you've never visited before without a map, without GPS, and without asking anyone for directions. Well, you might eventually arrive, but at what cost? Fuel, time wasted. But think of the wrong turns, the wasted fuel, the frustration, and the time lost along the way. Now, I'm not talking about the one in your car or on your phone. I'm talking about your personal GPS, your sense of direction. Where exactly are you trying to go? What kind of life are you trying to build? Because if your destination isn't clear, every road can seem like the right one. A GPS doesn't remove traffic. It doesn't prevent detours. It simply keeps bringing you back to your destination whenever you drift off course. Life overseas works the very same way. Without direction, it's easy to spend years being busy, but never actually moving forward. Surviving overseas isn't just about getting a visa. It's about having clarity, focus, and the discipline to keep moving toward the life you're trying to build. Of course, yes, money matters, but direction matters too. I've seen people arrive with very little and build remarkable lives. I've also seen others arrive with impressive degrees, healthy savings, and wonderful opportunities, yet still struggle because they never became clear about where they wanted their journey to lead. So moving to another country is like walking into a forest you've never seen before. Without a map, every path looks possible. Every voice sounds convincing, and every wrong turn can cost you time, energy, confidence, and sometimes years of your life. That principle applies to almost every area of life, including our relationships. When you're lonely, far from family, or trying to build a new life, it's easy to mistake comfort for compatibility. But choosing a husband, a wife, or a long-term partner without making sure your values, purpose, vision, and direction are aligned can lead to years of frustration. The right relationship doesn't make the journey happier. It helps you keep moving toward your destination. However, the wrong one can leave you traveling in circles, wondering why you're working so hard but never really getting anywhere. So before asking, who should I walk with? Perhaps the first question should be, where am I actually going? Because once your destination becomes clear, many of your decisions will also become clearer. So after we understand the landscape and have our GPS giving direction, there's something else we need on this journey. We need, number 3, a strong Wi-Fi. And again, I'm not talking about your internet speed here. We're talking about your community, your network, the people you engage and connect with. It's serious, guys. It's serious. It's very important. People, the strong connection that you need in order to survive and thrive when you relocate to another country. Think about it. What happens when your phone has no signal?
You may have the best device in the world, but without connection, many things become difficult. Life overseas can feel the same way. Who are the people you're connected to? Who encourages you? Who challenges you to grow? Who tells you the truth when you need to hear it? Who opens doors for you? And just as important, whose door can you open? Because a strong network is not just about what you receive, it's also about what you give. Thankfully, I learned that lesson very quickly after moving up north, first to Connecticut and later to New York. Along the way, God placed some incredible people in my path, many of whom are Haitians. God bless Haiti. For example, there was a Haitian gentleman my daughters affectionately called Uncle Nixon. That's actually a cultural sign of respect for someone older than you. Although he came from a completely different country and culture, he was always willing to support and encourage us when we needed it. I also had a loyal family friend who played a significant role in helping me gain a footing on Wall Street. She helped me understand the environment, navigate opportunities, and keep growing in my career even when the journey became difficult. Choose your connections wisely. Surround yourself with people who challenge you to grow, who celebrate your victories, who speak truth with kindness, and who are moving in a direction that aligns with the kind of life you're trying to build. And remember, don't just look for people who can help you climb. Become the kind of person who helps others climb also. Because a strong network is not just about what you receive, it's also about what you give. No skyscraper stands without steel connecting every floor. And likewise, human beings were never designed to build a meaningful life completely alone. Think about a forest. When strong winds come, trees survive because their roots are connected beneath the ground. They may stand individually, but they are strengthened by what connects them. We are no different. Loneliness can sometimes make us hold on to relationships that are not actually helping us grow. The right people don't just make you feel comfortable. They help you become stronger, wiser, and closer to the person you are trying to become. So your network matters. Your relationships matter. The people you walk with can either help you reach your destination or keep you wandering in circles. And that's why your human Wi-Fi is one of your greatest survival tools.
Fourthly, a strong mind that does not cave, that does not give up, even when the going gets tough. You do not throw in the towel. This may be the most important one because there will be lonely days. There will be rejection. There will be misunderstandings. There will be moments that you wonder whether you made the right decision. But your mind becomes the engine that will keep the entire vehicle moving. If the engine stops, everything else stops.
So protect your thinking, keep learning, keep growing, keep planting. Seeds don't become trees overnight, but if they stay planted, they eventually bear fruit. I'll be honest with you, if I hadn't developed a stronger mind over the years, I don't know where I'd be today. I may have had opportunities, direction, and wonderful people around me, but without the right mindset, I could still have lost my way. That's why I believe these are the 4 survival tools every one of us needs. Understand the landscape, know your direction, build the right connections, and protect your mind. And if you're returning home to your country after living overseas, I'd like to encourage you to consider and use these 4 tools as well, because they work. Whether you stay in your country, whether you move overseas to another country, or whether you lived overseas and return home, they apply. So no matter where you choose to live, take wisdom along with you.
Living overseas has taught me something I never expected. Survival isn't really about surviving. It is about learning how to thrive. And the people who thrive usually aren't the strongest. They're the ones who understand the landscape, follow a clear direction, build meaningful relationships, and protect their mind.
I just want to say something to anyone who's feeling overwhelmed right now. Maybe you're scared. Maybe you're frustrated. Maybe it feels like everything you've built is slipping away. Now, I can't promise you what tomorrow will bring, but I can remind you of something that's true. This moment is real, but Even what's happening now is temporary. Nothing stays the same forever. The question isn't only what's happening, it's how you'll navigate what's happening. Listen, history changes, policies change, seasons change, and people rebuild lives every single day. So, before fear convinces you that your story is over, just breathe. Breathe. Don't let today's uncertainty steal tomorrow's possibilities. Nothing is permanent. How you build after the change matters. So maybe you're worried because your situation is changing. Maybe TPS is ending. Maybe it's a relationship. Maybe it's a job or something else. Maybe you're facing a door you never wanted to close. But here's something history has taught me. Very few seasons last forever. The question isn't whether life will change. It always does. The real question is, how will you build while you are in this season? How will you build while you're in this season? So here are some must-have principles, not just for every immigrant, but for every person, whether you travel or not. First, don't waste today's opportunity. Time is one resource none of us gets back. Learn a skill, save something, build relationships, improve your English, start that small business, create something. Every day can become part of your future. Build something, guys. Start that YouTube channel now while you're here. Build that social media platform while you have the opportunity. Second, protect your bridges. Don't let today's disappointment cause you to destroy tomorrow's opportunities. The people you meet today may become the people who open doors years from now. Third, build beyond your current status. Don't build your identity around a visa, a document, or a program. Build your character, your knowledge, your reputation, and your skills. Those will travel with you wherever life takes you. Fourth, think in years, not weeks. And I know this is hard for many people because we're in a season where we think about today, just today. But I want to encourage you to start, if you have not yet done so, start thinking in years. Because listen, today will pass. But what about 5 years down the line? The entire scene can change. So think in years, not weeks. Live fully today, but plan wisely for tomorrow. The season you're in now is preparing you for a season you can't yet see. I've learned that life rarely moves in a straight line. Sometimes we're in Jamaica, then America, then somewhere we never expected. Some seasons are joyful, some are painful, but none of them are wasted if we keep learning, keep building, and keep hoping. Your current chapter is not your entire story. Let's build for the next season before this one ends.
Those 4 things become a compass you can carry anywhere in the world. Now, I'm assuming that anywhere in the world means you've done your research, you know you're safe, you know how you're going to survive, you know how you're going to live and make an income, and so forth. We need those 4 things to survive and ultimately to thrive, no matter where life takes you next. Thank you so much for staying with me until the end of this video. I truly appreciate every single one of you. If you found value in today's message, please subscribe if you have not yet done so. Give this video a like and share it with someone who may be preparing to relocate to another country or who has already moved to one or trying to find their footing where they are. I'd also love to hear from you in the comments. Which of these 4 survival tools has helped you the most? Or which one are you working on right now? Thank you again for spending this time with me. I'm Angie Marie. Take care, stay encouraged, and I'll see you soon in my next video. Ciao.